Hey guys, today we're checking out the Gregory Focal 48. That's next. Welcome to Backcountry Renegade. I'm Jeff. This channel is all about backcountry adventures and all the gear in between. If you're into those things too, consider subscribing. Today we're looking at the Gregory Focal 48. This is a great pack that does a great job balancing between comfort, ability to carry a heavy load, and also being lightweight. This pack has a lot of nice features, pockets, and an excellent ventilation system here in the back that we'll go over in a bit more detail. So let's check it out. The Gregory Focal 48 backpack is a pack that is very close to being ultralight, but also able to carry a pretty decent load. It has a tons of features such as mesh pockets, a pretty awesome ventilated trampoline back panel, and also tons of compression straps to be able to compress your load and attach gear. It comes in either a 48 size or a 58 size depending on your needs. You can also get the torso length in either small, medium, or large. This one here is in a small. Gregory also has this in a women's version that is called the Facet, and you can find it very similar features in a 45 or a 55. A very cool thing about Gregory packs is they also offer a lifetime warranty with all their packs. The Gregory Focal 48 sells new for $229, and you can sometimes find it on sale. The capacity of the Gregory Focal depends on your torso length. If you go for the 48 version, a small will be 44 liters, the medium is then 48 liters, and the large is 52 liters. So let's set this down and unpack all the cool features. One thing that really makes Gregory Focal unique is it's made out of primarily of recycled materials, and these recycled fabrics really make this pack one of the greener packs out there. It's made mostly of recycled nylon at that, and overall the fabric feels pretty light, but it's also pretty durable as well. It's surprisingly tough. The main body of the pack and also the sides is made out of 100 denier ripstop nylon, where more areas that are prone to wear, such as the bottom, the top lid, and also this fabric on the front pocket here is made out of 210 ripstop nylon. So Gregory really thought of how they can save weight, but also keep the pack nice and durable based on the kind of material they put at certain areas. The inside lining of the pack is also 40% recycled polyester. The pack overall is coated with also a DWR finish, and that's a PFC-free kind of water repellent. Let's talk about the weight. The Gregory Focal weighs 2.6 pounds, or that's 1.18 kilograms. So overall, relatively lightweight compared to other bags out there that also feature full suspension systems. Looking at the top of the pack, you also have a top lid, or what some call a brain. This is removable and it is floating, meaning you can extend the straps to make it spread out depending on the need of the load, or you can compress it if you're not really carrying a lot of stuff. Looking at the back of the top lid here, you can see a large zippered pocket, and this has a ton of room in here. I store a little meal in here. You can have plenty of room in here to actually store kind of a small or light rain jacket in here as well for emergencies. Underneath the lid, you have this other zippered pocket, which you can store a little bit more things you want secure. You also have a little tab here with a clip that you can also store your keys to prevent them from getting lost while you're out in backcountry. Another cool thing is also gives you what's called a weather flap here. So if you decide to go without the top lid, or it starts to rain and you just want some extra security in the main compartment, attach this little weather flap here, and it compresses your load while also keeping it nice and protected from the weather. The main compartment here is underneath the top lid, and so this is a top loader here. You want to unclip the main compartments here, and then you have this little pull tab that you can just pull, and it'll open up the contents. You can see that I can fit a small bear box in here as well, so pretty cool for that. As far as bigger ones, I was unable to fit them in here, but you could open the floating top lid and attach it that way as well. It's kind of like one big stuff sack here, and then you have this compression cord that you can just pull it, and it compresses your load down as well and keeps it nice and secure. Inside the main compartment, you also have this sleeve in here to store a water bladder, and you also have a hook on the top to go ahead and hang it nicely as well. In the front here, you also have this stretch mesh pocket, which is also reinforced with this durable nylon in the front here at areas that are more abrasive. So it allows it to not snag as much, but the sides still could do that. In here, I like to store my little med kit here, and you can store lots of other things, but this durable area does kind of limit some of the stretch as well. You also have a little clip here that you can go ahead and expand it if you like, or you can go ahead and just compress it all the way down. And then you can unclip it to have nice fast access to whatever contents you have in here. Looking at the back here, you can see the frame kind of exposed here at the back, which is this light wire aluminum alloy frame. It also has these fiberglass anti-barrel cross stays to really help transfer the weight to your hips and helps create superior lightweight load capacity. It's advertised to carry up to 35 pounds. I've tested up to 30 pounds and I've been very comfortable with this pack on. You also see you have this ventilated suspended mesh trampoline back panel, which features Gregory's free float dynamic comfort cradle lower back system for a dynamic fit and superb comfort. Together with the free float support system and these flex panels, you have a really good level of support and the ability to flex the panels to move with your body, so it helps you feel balanced and avoid unnecessary pressure points. As you see, there's a good space between the mesh back panel and the main body of the pack, and that's a way to really help provide really good ventilation and airflow, so it doesn't create a lot of moisture condensation on your back as well. The back panel also has their Polygene Stay Fresh technology, which really helps prevent growth of odor-causing microbes into this fabric. So after a few days of backpacking in the backcountry, you're not gonna reek like you would with most packs if you sweat in them. Looking at the shoulder straps, you can see there is some thin padding, and you have a little bit thicker padding on the top where you really have the load bearing more on your shoulders in those areas. It's to be very minimalistic and save weight while also providing enough padding to have enough comfort. To ensure that the pack moves with your body and with your stride, and so you can better manage your load, Gregory actually anchored the shoulder straps to the mesh system across the back instead of anchoring them directly to the frame. While it is a really interesting concept and allows a lot more comfortability, I am curious to see how durable that will stay up over the years compared to having it attached to the actual frame. The shoulder straps also have load lifters on each shoulder, which is a really nice feature to bring the pack closer to your back to prevent it from shaking around as you're hiking uphill. The straps feature this ventilated comfort wrap, which allows for extra breathability in the shoulder harness. You also have this integrated sternum strap, which can move depending on where you'd like it, and you also have an integrated whistle as well as a hydration clip for your hydration bladder hose. Looking at the hip belt, you can just see how this hugs around your hips. It has really nice breathability with this mesh as well. You also have a lumbar pad that's built in behind the trampoline back panel as well for some extra comfort and ability to carry a little bit heavier loads. It's a comfort cradle hip belt that really wraps around your body very nicely and hugs it. It's created with this 3D construction, which provides hotspot free area from your body and has great breathability padding as well. From my experience, this is super comfortable, as well with this additional lumbar pad to allow you to carry a bit heavier loads. This really does a good job preventing pinching or rubbing against your hips, even when the bag is fully loaded. On the hip belt, you also have these oversized hip belt pockets, which have enough space to fit a cell phone. I was able to fit my iPhone 13 Pro in there very nicely, as well as some trail essentials such as snacks, maybe chapstick, or anything like that. From my experience, if you are wearing the pack, it can be a bit hard to zipper up the pockets with one hand. Looking at some other features, you also have this ice axe or trekking pole attachment loop here. It includes this lower reflective loop here, as well as this upper shock attachment that you can lock as well, so you can secure the poles or the handle of an ice axe. You also have side mesh pockets, and these are pretty neat because they have two entry points. You can take it from the normal side on the top here, or underneath here, you can go ahead and open it from the side and stuff it right back in. And this is nice because you can access your water bottles while you're wearing your pack without taking it off. The side pockets are also tall enough to where you can store tent poles or even trekking poles for that. From my experience, this is probably the weakest point of the pack, as there's no extra reinforced nylon here, and so they can snag, and you got to just be extra careful so they don't rip and tear as you are hiking. You also have these compression straps throughout the pack, which does a really good job to compress your load closer to your body and prevents it from rattling around. You can also compress and secure your tent poles very nicely as well. Down here you have some to where you can store either a sleeping pad or a sit pad as well. So So there's a very nice material here. They're a little bit thinner than typical compression straps you find on other backpacks, but that is at an effort to save weight, and they do a sufficient job for what they're supposed to do. In the front here, you also have these reflective gear loops as well, so you can attach things from a carabiner or just secure your straps a little bit better as well. While there aren't a ton of zippers, you do have zippers on the hip belt pockets and the top lid here, and these are really good zippers. They have these really nice wide loops, so if you are wearing gloves, you can still access it very nicely as well, and they're really easy to operate. Included also with the pack are interior toggles, so you could attach the Gregory Nano 14 day pack to this as well. Let's talk about the build quality and durability. Overall, this pack is built extremely well. The stitching is excellent, the material is perfect, and they really skimped out on nothing here. You can really appreciate the attention to detail on this pack, and this was built to last, which is why they stand behind it with their lifetime warranty. But despite the lightweight nature of the fabrics, it is still plenty durable to prevent you from light scrapes or anything like that. The mesh pockets, as I said, are probably the most prone to wear and tear. Just be careful with them because this is a pretty ultralight pack considering other packs that have full suspension systems. As far as comforts, I will say if I have to carry around 30 pounds, this is one of the most comfortable packs to do so. Because of the nice suspension system and the nice ventilation back panel, this is a very comfortable pack. Now you may have noticed that the Focal is very similar to another pack out there, the Osprey Exos pack. So the overall thing that I've noticed with these is while they're very similar, the Osprey is going to be slightly lighter. However, it's going to be a little less durable. You have much more padding on the back here with the hip belts with the Gregory Focal compared to the Osprey here. It's a little bit thicker. You also have this extra lumbar pad behind the mesh back panel where you do not have that with the Osprey here. So something just to keep in mind from my experience is the Focal will be able to carry slightly heavier loads where the Osprey Exos is going to be a little bit lighter. And so depending on the load carry, you might want to check out the Osprey Exos if you're not getting near the 30-pound mark. If you do want to see a full review on the Exos, you can click the link here when it is available. So including thoughts, overall this is a great pack that does a good job balancing the weight as well as the comfort. And so it's borderline ultralight, but it has some really good durable materials as well. And so if you're looking for something that's not breaking the bank, but you also don't want a pack that weighs 4 or 5 pounds, then definitely consider the Gregory Focal 48. So let's consider a few of the pros. The first pro is the suspension system here and this back panel that is mesh. It does a really good job maintaining ventilation and keeping your back from getting all sweaty, but also does a good job of handling the weight. From the tension bars here all the way to the hip belts, it really does a good job hugging your body and it's comfortable as you move. Another pro is it's pretty lightweight. Compared to other packs that offer a suspension system like this, this is one of the lighter options that you can get. Another pro is the pockets. You have that front mesh pocket here in the front. You also have these side mesh pockets on the side here that has multiple access points from the side or the back. You can get it while you are reaching in the back for your water bottle, so it does a pretty good job at that. Another pro is the price. When you consider ultralight packs, they can get a bit pricey. This one is pretty reasonable priced as well. So let's talk about the cons. The first con is it's not going to be waterproof. So comparing it to like a Dyneema ultralight pack, this one here is not waterproof, made of nylon. It is going to shed light rain, but it's going to soak in if you get a heavy downpour. Another con is if it does rain, it doesn't come with a rain cover, so you'll have to buy an additional accessory already. So what did you think of the Gregory Focal 48? Is this a pack you'd consider for your backcountry adventures? Leave me a comment in the comment section. If you like what you saw, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more backpacking content like this, and as always, thanks for watching.